So week one was a clusterfuck. I went 2-3, which I think is pretty good. I could have gone 3-2 if Eric would have scored 1.1 more points on Steve. It was a weird week, a lot of injuries, a lot of big name players did not really perform. So I'll take 2-3 because it was basically a preseason. I got mine right, which I expected. I mean, CEH decided to go really big on Thursday, which gave me a little bit of hope, but it was obviously just false hope. Steve beat Eric. Ainsley did beat Deja, which was my other win. Everything else kind of panned out. It was really weird. So hopefully this week gets a little better with people being healthy, teams having a full game together. I think maybe you'll see people like Nick Chubb and, well, Michael Thomas is injured, but Higbee and all those people maybe do more what they're supposed to do, actually having a game under their belt. I was going to do this Tuesday, but I was in a little bit of pain, so I didn't, and I figured no point in doing it Wednesday. I would just do one Thursday, be real quick. Next week, I'll be a little more in depth about this whole how I did thing. So 2-3, my record so far. We have a special guest, last year's champion, coming in to do. She brought her own microphone.
Good morning, and thank you for having me, Todd Webb.
Okay, she brought her own microphone, so she's going to do picks with me, so we're going to see how she does. And undisclosed yet, yeah, she brought champagne, so hopefully next week's guest, if I have one, Steve, will bring champagne. So maybe we'll make a little side bet, me and her, to see who does better on picks. And see. It's a little cocky, and she hit me with it.
Who wants it? Come and get it.
All right, so we're gonna do picks. We'll start with we're gonna do mine and her pick teams last, so we're gonna go from there. You good?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna start with the matchup between Public Enemy #1 and Reading PA Ortiz.
Georgery.
Change your damn name. All right, so right now 128, 118 in favor of George. So looking at their lineups, which she's doing too, I'm going to let you pick first who you think's going to win, and tell them why.
I'm rooting for, no, I shouldn't say rooting. I think the person who's going to win is George. I base it on predictions, right?
Yeah, projection.
Projections.
Projections.
Okay, I would never be good at TV. Definitely George, because I go off of the projections. So I know it can change, but I'm looking at George's team, and I think he has a good chance this week. Did he win last week? I forget.
No.
Okay. I think you're going to win this time, George.
I picked him too. I am actually going to go with George as well. As much as I like Eric and his team, he made some moves around. We're going to see. I think that the projections kind of hold true. Mahomes is going to have a big week, obviously, but seeing what Clyde Edwards-Helaire did shows that might take a little bit of Mahomes' production away. So I'm going to stick with these predictions, say George has got it. His lineup they look pretty similar. I could be wrong because Montgomery could have a good week. I just don't know if David Johnson's going to have the repeat performance against Baltimore that he did week 1 against the Chiefs. So I'm going to say these projections hold true. I think it's going to be a close one again, but I think George is going to take down Eric.
I think so too.
All right, let's go with Steven, the Flaming Testicle Neeram, and not Flaming Testicle. Steve and Deja, Aries Weapon versus Show Me Your TDs. Deja's a 20-point favorite in this one, and pretty much I can't argue that, but who do you think?
I definitely want to go with Deja. I think she has a really good-looking, solid week ahead of her. Matchups look pretty good too. Watson and Jacobs, they're playing a harder team, but I think Deja. I'm definitely picking Deja this week.
I agree. Sorry about that. I agree. Deja, I think this is yours. Steve, you're hurt. You lost Michael Thomas, which sucks for you, and I don't think Leonard Fournette is quite up to speed yet, so I still think that Ronald Jones is going to get the bulk of those carries again. And I think it's going to be kind of a ground game anyway. Air game anyway against Carolina. So, Stevie, you're taking a L to Deja. Next matchup. Let's go with the Aviators and Team Hartman.
You mean Bowser?
Bowser. Oh, yeah, Bowser. So husband-wife little competition. Right now, it is a 12-point thing in favor of Kyle.
Yeah, I'm going with Kyle. I think Kyle's going to have a great year. I hate to say that. But although I am looking, Kittle's questionable, Godwin's questionable, but I think Kyle's going to have a good year. And I favor Kyle this week.
I kind of want to lean towards Ainsley, but I'm going to go with Kyle. The reason I say that, well, Ainsley, you lost Connor, obviously, so.
Although it says here questionable right now, so I don't know if that's going to change.
I'm going to assume he's out. Same with Godwin. He's in the concussion protocol as of Wednesday, so the odds of him being ready for Sunday are slim. So, Kyle, you're going to lose Godwin. Yeah. That's going to hurt you, but say if you both lose one of them, it still keeps your projections the same. I'm going to mirror the projections, I guess, and say that Aaron Rodgers is going to go big against Detroit. Thing is, if he throws to Adams, that's where I think that Ainsley can make up the ground. But I'm going to stick true. I'm going to say, Kyle, you're going to win week 2. All right, let's do yours.
Well, we all know.
You versus Laura.
I don't have players that really performed last week, but, I think Laura does have, if not the best team, second best. No, I think she has the best team out of everyone.
I think so.
But, Kyle's up there, I think. But anywho, yeah, Laura's going to win this week. And I hate that I'm preparing myself for failure here. Now, I will be really happy if I win, but I don't know. According to last week, it doesn't look good.
No, I agree. I think Laura's got the favorite in this. Saquon Barkley has a much more favorable matchup against Chicago. And based on what he did last week, I think he's going to make up for that. You have Higbee, which I think, again, he's going to do good against Philadelphia. You have Akers against Philadelphia. They do have a good front seven, even though they're injuries. Yeah, Lamar Jackson against Houston. You saw what Mahomes did to that. I think he'll do better because of his legs. Eckler, I think, is going to be more involved.
We will see. Although I just read something yesterday that Higbee is not going to be putting up the same amount of points or the good-looking points that he did last season, the end of last season. So.
Oh yeah, he came out of last season. Last 4 weeks was averaging over 20 points.
So my quarterback, defense, and kicker are my only good assets right now that I can tell. Although Ridley had a great week for me too. So. But yeah, we'll see.
Laura, you're going to win again. Lucky.
I mean, I'm not getting sick of winning, or at least getting second. So hopefully, everybody is rooting against me. I get it. I'd root against me too.
You're not even going to make playoffs this year. All right, me and Vajana. All right, this one is about a 15-point, 14.6 or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going with Jana on that one. I think she had a good. She won last week. Okay. I like her team. Julio Jones questionable, but I think he did pretty well last week. I can't remember. Oh yeah, he did well. Okay. No, I'm definitely going with Jana. Projections. That's what I'm going with. Todd's team, I don't
know. We agreed on everything except for this. I'm going to beat Jana this week. I know it does not look like that on paper, but my team highly underperformed last week, and I don't see that happening again. Nick Chubb against Cincinnati, I think, is going to actually have a really big week after last week, and I think my 2 running backs alone are going to go big, but we find out tonight, Chubb versus Mixon. She has Mixon, I have Chubb, and then we got Battle of the Philly tight ends coming on Sunday with me having Goddard and her having Ertz, but I think that my team underperformed. There's a lot of potential, and I think I'm going to beat Jana this week. I think we're both healthy in all positions. I think my matchups are a little more favorable than hers. I mean, Derrick Henry's probably going to go nuts, but I think I'm going to get her. That's my opinion. I think so. Basically, she's got all the highest projections winning. I got the same thing, except I think I'm beating Vagina.
I love when they reverse though, like when you're expecting to lose and then you don't. So I'm rooting for myself to do that.
I'm not. I'm rooting for myself to do that as well. All right. Ow. So that was Kendra helping me out today. Those are our projections. We will stop boring you now. See how we do. So far, I'm 2-3. All right. Good luck, everyone, this week.
Cheers. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Kendra, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Todd Webb.